Hey guys, this is Miss Bramlett here. I just wanted to send you a sample practice problem that you're going to be working on Khan Academy today and just work it out with you. If you have other questions as you're working on your assignments, please email those to me and I'd be happy to send you a response. So this one is on scale drawings and how to relate those to area. This is one of the practice problems you might see today. It says polygon C has an area of 7 square units. Jenny drew a scaled version of polygon C and labeled it polygon D. And polygon D has an area of 28 square units. What scale factor did Jenny use to go from polygon C to polygon D? Okay, well, I've kind of drawn a picture of this over here on my paper, so I'm going to move the video over here to my paper so that you can see what I've got going on. Okay, so the first thing they told us was polygon C. Well, they didn't tell us what figure, but I'm just assuming a rectangle because that's easy to find the area of. So I'm going to call that one polygon C, and this one down here polygon D. Okay, it's told us that the first one had an area of 7 square units, okay? And it told us that polygon D had an area of 28 square units. Well, if we think about it in terms of if it was a rectangle, what are the only factors that multiply together to give me 7? Because when you think about area, it's length times width. So the only thing that multiplies together to give me 7 in terms of length times width is a 1 by 7. So the dimensions of the first one have to be 1 by 7. Well, somehow we scaled these and we ended up getting 28 square units on our second figure here. So we have to think about what scale factor could I have used to scale these to get an area of 28 square units. Well, let's think about the factors of 28. We have 1 and 28. We have 2 and 14 that multiply to get 28. And we have 4 times 7 that multiplies to get 28. So, if we wanted to think about that in terms of which set of these factors could I put onto the rectangle and I could have scaled the first set of dimensions to get those. Okay, well, let's think about 1 and 28 for a minute. If I put 1 and 28 there. Is there anything, what do I multiply 1 by to get 1? Well, I just times it by 1. But can I say 7 times 1 and get 28? No, then there's no scale factor that would work for that set of factors. So I know that that's not the dimensions. Okay, let's see if we could have used 2 and 14. Well, 2 and 14. Well, 2 times 14 gives me 28. Well, let's see what our scale factor could have been. What could I multiply 1 by and get 2? Well, I could times it by 2. What could I multiply 7 by and get 14? I could multiply it by 2 as well. So here, our scale factor is 1 unit would be equal to 2 units because we are multiplying by 2 each time. So 1 unit in the first shape is equal to 2 units in the second shape. So 1 times 2 is 2, and 7 times 2 is 14. So right now I'm thinking that my scale factor is 1 to 2, but I'm going to try my other set of factors just to make sure. My last set of factors are 4 and 7. So if I put 4 over here on this side and 7 on this side, what do I multiply 1 by to get 4? Well, I multiply it by 4. What do I multiply 7 by to get 7? Well, I multiply it by 1. See, I didn't multiply those factors by the same thing, therefore that cannot be my factors. So my factors for the second one are 2 and 14, but my scale factor had to be 1 unit by 2 units. So I go back over here to my problem, And I'm going to say, what scale factor did we use to go from polygon C to polygon D? Well, we multiplied it by 2. So I'm going to hit 2, and I'm going to hit check, and we got it correct. All right, guys, hope you have a great day today, and remember, send me any questions that you might have.